What is going on, my fly guys? Welcome as we return back with another video, and today we are back with the PPU. We have the California Charizards against the Boston Braviarys. This is an important conference battle. I forgot the records. That's unprofessional, I don't care. But yeah, it could be close. It could be. Let's actually go to the PPU website to see what the records are indeed. Right, current standings. Because no teams are out of it yet. We got the Eastern Conference. Boston Braviarys are dominating with 2 more wins, but that could change now as he could get the L from the Charizards. Now we're waiting for them to get into a battle, so I'll pause it until we are there. Alright, and it is battle time, and we see that the Boston Braviarys have brought the Swoobat. So, we see no Stealth Rock action, really, from the Boston Braviarys, unless he wants to use the Stealth Rock Crocodile, which I strongly do not see happening. And anyway, the California Charizards team has 2 Defoggers, possibly, but also most of his team resists rocks, with Rhyperior, Magnezone, and Quagsire. Mamoswine being neutral, and then he has 2 weaknesses, but who cares, they could have Defog. And looks like the only team not here with us, besides the Hartford Wailords, are the Milwaukee Milotics, and I've heard that they've been wanting this battle to happen for a long time. Okay, so I think that Charizards will actually, he has a really good matchup. I wonder why. So, wow. Boston Braviarys' team is very weak to Magnezone, his only resistance being the thing that came out, Rotom. We see Magneto just leading off, and if it is Choice Scarfed, which actually goes well with his team because it's relatively slow, he could just easily Volt out there and get into a better matchup. Wow, Rotom could do the same thing, but he does reveal that he is Choice Scarfed, which is good, but also bad. So, Choice Scarf Magnezone, I think, goes above Swoobat. So he will go into the more favorable matchup, going into Quags, not eating up that overheat as well as he probably hoped, because there was a better option. He does have the Rotom heat counter, though, but I'm not going to say it. So Rotom has no special attack. Of course, he's going to switch out into Drapion. Now, Drapion does have that mean knockoff, which bothers his whole team because he has no Mega. But he is also risking it because Quagsire has the Earthquake and Scald, which both hurts Drapion as he starts setting up the Toxic Spikes. Now, Toxic Spikes don't bother. Well, actually, they don't bother the California Charizards too much, being that he has 3 immunities. Half his team is immune, and he most likely has a Defogger. So Drapion will go down to the next Earthquake as he knocks off the 0, literally 0, as Quags used Toxic on Poison type. Don't know if he was trying to predict someone to come in, like don't know if he was trying to predict Blastoise coming in, even though Blastoise does pack the refresh. So Drapion is just sacrificing himself, and it goes down to the next Earthquake. So Zards are up 1-0 right now, and Quagsire just sitting there. No. Boston Braviarys' team has like nothing that can take down Quagsire. Swoobat comes in for no reason because he can't set up on Quagsire at all. If Quagsire just wants to throw out like the Toxic or something and put this thing on the top. Oh, he's going to try to Magic Coat the Toxic back at Quagsire. So it would be favorable for the Zards to switch out into something. Most notably Zapdos or Magnezone. He starts setting up, but the unaware Quagsire was in, so Ganon's probably going to go down to this next hit. which is not good because this is the all-around counter to the Dragonite. So, he goes into the Zapdos now, exerting his pressure as Sword Power does 50. Wow, that was damage. This is actually very problematic for the Zards. Letting him get that free Calm Mind and Sword Power damage was not good. It could pack, and he switched these plays. I don't understand them. He switched out in the Crocodile. Maybe to pack that Pursuit on the switch, because Zapdos does not want to stay in against this thing. Or does actually. A lot of Zapdoses do pack that HB Ice. But anyway, the smart play would be going. Actually, no. The smart play would be getting rid of those hazards if he does have it on Zapdos. If not, he would have to go into Crobat. So yeah, if he gets rid of the hazards, that means. Actually, this is actually really bad. Because Quagsire comes in, it's toxic, and there's no way of getting rid of the toxic, so it can't stall out. I mean, Zapdos isn't that needed anymore because Zapdos looks like it's. I don't know if that was specially defensive or not. Because Blastoise is sitting here, but he also has Magnezone, Quagsire, like a lot of wall breaking things. So once. As the Charizards don't need their whole team at all. Okay. So the smart play would be getting rid of the toxic spikes first, since the Drapion can't set them up again, as it eats up that Stone Edge and gets rid of the toxic spikes. So the toxic spikes are gone. That means Quagsire could come in free. I don't know if the Zapdos wants to go for a Roost to get up its health, since Roost makes it lose your flying typing. But that's also risking a crit, so I don't know. The best all-around play is going into Quagsire, in my opinion. Also, actually, Mammothorn could be something too. Not really. As, ooh, that's tough. Now Quagsire could get a free Scald off on anybody. Scald, I think, is the most powerful move in the game because it has 30% chance to burn. That's really high for a move, and also it's a water type move that could burn. Think about that. Who switches into water moves? Or what's the only Pokemon type that can't be burned? Fire, but it's weak to Scald. So he unfortunately does not get the burn on Blastoise. Not that it mattered anyway. So Quagsire is just sitting pretty there, just having fun. But the Blastoise is probably going to pack the Toxic to put this thing on the timer like the Toxic Spikes would have done. So the best play in Zard's favor is obviously Magnezone, as it could just get off a free. Actually, I don't know what it would do, as it revealed it was Choice Scarf, since it would want to go for a Flash Cannon, but that's not very effective on Blastoise. But also Crocodile could just come in for free. Actually, no, that does not really matter since he has Quagsire. Crocodile is so crippled by Quagsire, can't do anything. This whole team is really crippled by Quagsire. That's why Quagsire is now OU. It was an NU when this draft happened. So yeah, Blastoise is just chilling there. I think the best play is either Magnezone or Crobat, since there's only one flying resist on the Braviarys team, being Rotom. Is Rotom at full health? It's at actually 80%, so if it's... Let's calc that real quick. Against, I was playing UU earlier today. Against Rotom Heat. Let's just say that it was physically defensive, since no, actually I think, aren't they special defensive? Let's calc this first. That's still a solid 25 to 30%. Excuse me one second. Sorry, I was dying here for a little bit. So I don't know who we're waiting on right now, but there are two possible moves for each side, because Blastoise could just really throw up the Scald or Toxic pretty freely. So we're just gonna wait and see what happens. And yeah, so I said my whole thought process. As he goes into Magneto on the Toxic, nice prediction. His prediction game is on fleek today. So he could either throw out the Thunderbolt or the Flash Cannon, predicting the Crocodile, or even Rotom, as he does not unfortunately predict the Crocodile and is forced to swap, unless he wants to just leave it in to die. That's up to him. Obviously, Crocodile is walled by Quagsire, like his whole entire team is. Let's be real. So, actually, he's gonna go for an Earthquake. Yeah, there's really no other play. He eats up that Earthquake like it was nothing, and he could just recover it off. Sadly, he does not have his leftovers anymore, but Crocodile can just take advantage of that, try to get a crit on the Quagsire to just take it down. Or Crocodile could switch into his... Like I said, nothing beats Quagsire. Crocodile can do nothing. Dragonite is the play of choice on the recover. Now, it can't set up on Quagsire at all. Dragon Dances mean nothing to Quagsire. It's like you just stall it out with Scald, Toxic, whatever he wants to do really, because it eats up any hit. Dragonite wants to go for Dragon Dance 1. That's worthless. As he pulls the double into Blastoise, and wow, that was a really good turn for the Charizards, getting the Toxic on the Blastoise, because we don't know if the Blastoise is having, if it has refresh or not, because that's kind of a strange move, but it's very common on Blastoise in RU. So Blastoise can have, it might have the refresh, but otherwise, I don't know. Quags, as we saw, does not want to stay in, and the Zards are prepared for Blastoise. Let's go straight back into Magneto on the Scald. No burn. That was good play by the Blastoise, knowing that it's not water absorb. Hartford Wailords. And Super Tags joins. That's cool. So Magneto is now in a predicament. As he goes straight for the Thunderbolt. That's resisted, but that's actually good. Weakening that Rotom. Because Rotom beats Quagsire. I know that sounds... Wait, no. It beats this Magnezone. Once Magnezone's gone, Magnezone can just click T-Bolt. Otherwise, well, kind of no. Kind of yes. What I'm trying to say is it resists bolted stabs, but this means that Rotom has... It can get the Switch initiative by using Volt Switch. It could also overheat to try to kill this Magnezone. Okay, so the Zards are at a place where they have really little plays to make, because Rotom could also predict and go for a Will-O-Wisp on the Quagsire switch, on really any switch. And my phone is blowing up because I'm so popular. This goes into Ripe on the overheat. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. That really was a lot of damage. Rhyperior cannot take another overheat. Was that Tank or Rhyperior just getting blown back? Item exists. That could be choice specs. That could be choice specs. Excuse me. So that Rotom, oof. Rhyperior's in a tough spot. If it, I don't know. We don't see leftovers, so that's probably not Tank, and that's why it took so much. But Rotom, the Boston Braviarys are in a very good position right now. Wow, I know I chat up. He's in the RU room a lot. Why'd he come to this battle? I'm not RU. I have no clue. Alright, so Yeah, the Boston Braviarys are in a very favorable position right now. Just if you could throw out another overheat, I mean, it would take out Rhyperior, no doubt. But also, I don't know. Rhyperior could stay and be ballsy. Go for like Rock Polish or Swords Dance or whatever. But that wouldn't really make any sense. Blastoise is toxic, I forgot about that. Facts. Running out of things to say. So I guess we're waiting on the California Charizards as the swap is in the Blastoise. Ooh. Boston Braviary is getting the prediction right. He's saying he has stuff to do. He's saying that he has no time for this. He just wants to win. No. Alright, so Quagsire is in, as we saw, in a bad position as this Blastoise does have Toxic and Skull, which both cripples it efficiently, which is good for the Blastoise. Magneto comes in on the Skull. Gets burned. Alright, so we saw that both times he went on a resistance of one of his stabs, as Rotom is the one. Now there is no right play here, as Scarf Magneton often has Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Flash Cannon, and HP Ice. And Rotom just resists all of that, so the best move would... I don't know, because he also went Crocodile one time, trying to switch things up, as he goes Crocodile here on the Volt Switch. Oh no, and if he has Pursuit, that's a dead Magnezone. Magnezone just ran through his team. Uh-oh. But tough position as he goes Quags like he does. Oh, the defense drop! That's pretty big. But, you know, I still don't think Crocodile would stay in after one defense drop. It might to go for another crunch, but Scald is too aggravating as a crippling factor. If he wants to go for like... No, yeah, there's no way Crocodile is staying in. He would have to go to Rotom. Actually, Rotom's getting low though. As he goes Blastoise, yeah, that's good too. But we saw that he went for Scald every single time. You Scald every single time, so the play... This is kind of bad. This is bad for the Zards, but really, really good for the Braviarys. The Braviarys are in such a favorable position right now, as Scald really hurts all of his team. The Zards, I mean. Like, the best thing to swap in would be the Zapdos, which is only at 41%, so we'd have to get a Roost off while the swap would go into someone like Crocodile. So that's not good, but he does go Zapdos anyway on the Toxic. So that sucks because both his Wall Core is Toxic. But he could go for a Roost or a Volt Switch right now to try to get Crobat in, honestly, I think. But then if Crobat comes in, that means Swoobat will come in. Oh, Crocodile actually comes in on the Roost. 85% on the Zapdos, and if he has Pursuit or something, that's really bad. So Boston Braviary is getting the upper hand here, as he could go for a Stone Edge or an Earthquake, was predicting the Roost. But that Crocodile is having such a possible sweeping potential against him. As he goes for the Stone Edge, gets a crit, and Zapdos is down. Is that Scarf Moxie? That could be Scarf Moxie, in which case it means nothing to Quagsire, but... And there's a free Skull for Quagsire, as the Boston Braviarys would have to switch into Blastoise again. Going into Blastoise, it's whittling it down, its health, honestly, like -7, +6, -6. Blastoise is getting whittled down, but now there's no Zapdos switching, and no one wants to take a Scald. 0 people want to take a Scald on his team. What's Magnezone sitting at? Near death. Dies to next burn. Quagsire stays in. Does not get the burn. Blastoise is continually getting whittled down. Oh, that was a really bad play on the Zard's part. Blastoise has rest. Alright, so Blastoise has rest. That kind of sucks because Magnezone can't switch in because it would die to burn. He could have Sleep Talk. That means, yeah, Scald just does. Alright, so I think the play would be Sleep Talk for the Blastoise. I think that's what it would be. Either that or like Rapid Spin or Refresh or no, not Refresh as he has rest. This is honestly though a free switch in the Crobat on the Zard's part, I think. Because Crobat could just get that taunt off on Blastoise, which would be nice. Or if it's like Choice Banded set, that would kind of run house on his team, honestly. Like, literally, Choice Banded. No Sleep Talk. Yeah, look at this. His only resistance being Rotom. The Rotom's getting really low, so wow, Mustache No Teeth could just be a brave bat and kill something, or taunt this Blastoise to the next dimension. Wow. I don't know how much damage this Brave Bird or whatever would do. It does 0. I'm still getting text. Let me just check real quick. Alright, as he wakes up, will he get the Scald Burn on Mustache Not Teeth to cripple it? Yes! And Mustache Not Teeth will be going down after this, as the Blastoise would just go for rest. I think he was just going to sag Mustache Not Teeth here to go into something that could deal with the Blastoise. Yeah, I think that's what he would do. I do see two possible plays for what's it called, the Zards right now. He could either, well no, he has to let this thing go, honestly. It's really useless. While the Boston Braviarys can just click Scald on his whole entire team. So yeah, Boston Braviarys could just Blastoise kind of wins for him. Other than Magnezone, or no, other than Zapdos, but Zapdos is down, so he could just stall out his whole entire team. It's kind of like the same deal with Quagsire. Like the bulky water types are just ruling this battle. Like Quagsire walls Braviary's whole entire team, bar the Blastoise. So yeah, Mustache Not Teeth should just sacrifice itself with the Brave Bird, because Brave Bird plus the burn will kill. Then he could go into either Magnezone to get off a Thunderbolt or Flash Cannon, or if Mamoswine is packing the rare Freeze Dry. Because that's doing like 40% or something like that. We're going to see. Mammo. No, not that. Mammo. Not Mama. Mammo. Life Orb attacker. Let's do Noche. And Blastoise, are you bulky spinner, I'm guessing. And let's get rid of Knock for Freeze Dry. So 0 attack Freeze Dry is doing a lot, so I think that would be the play. So Brave Bird brings it down to 18 on the rest, right? But it's okay because Mustache Not Teeth will be going down to the burn now. Zards can bring in their counter to this. Magnezone or Freeze Dry Mammo. In which I think Freeze Dry Mammo is the better. Since it could just Freeze Dry. As it's doing 43%. That is good. That is very, very, very good. As it could just go for another Freeze Dry. Rotom will be most likely coming in, but getting damage on Rotom is good. As he Okay. Okay. Blastoise will be going down this turn. Or he would swap into something like Rotom. Which I think Rotom is the play right here. Because Mamoswine, unless it has Stone Edge or Knockoff, cannot... well, no, not even Knockoff, really. And Blastoise goes down. That was a huge mistake on the Braviarys part. I don't know why. Why would he just let that thing go? That literally... well, obviously the Mamo has to switch out to beat the Dragonite. So the play here, what? Quagsire is healthy, so I don't know if the Braviarys want to pull a double. No, Blastoise is down. I don't know. I don't know. I really do not know. Quags comes in for free on the Earthquake. For free, like I said, that did 0. Now we can get a Scald off. Yeah, Scald or Recover. Easy. Because what switches into Scald? Blastoise. Blastoise is down. That was a really poor choice as Rotom comes in on the Scald, doing 35. And now this is a tough point because Quagsire needs to stay alive for the Charizards, and Rotom just obliterates it with Overheat. Both teams making very poor play choices, letting their bulky waters go down, which walled each other's teams. It's not over until it's over, and it's not over though. Why are you guys saying GG? Huh. Yeah, Rhyperior is at 26, Magnezone is at 11, and Mamoswine's at 28. So the play here would be going... Yeah, the Zard's lost. Definitely. Which is kind of sad. They were so close to getting their second win. Or third win ever. But the Boston Braviarys, they are a tough team. But it's not over until it's over. Just because he has a full Dragonite, full Swoobat, and a full Crocodile. Ripe comes in to not tank this Overheat. I mean, there's still a chance if this is Dual Dance Rhyperior. Because I don't know what this Rhyperior is. Because it was definitely not tank, so maybe it was offensive Rhyperior. It could just hope for an Overheat miss or a surprise swap. Okay, let's see. I'm interested to see what this Rhyperior wants to do. I'm calling an Overheat miss, by the way. So it's not over until it's over, and it's not over. Psych. So, I don't know why he went Magneto. Probably just to throw out the Flash Cannon. I would have tried to keep Magneto alive for the Swoobat, so there's a little bit of hope. So, yeah. This is sad. Seeing all of these mods go down. But this is a good win for the Braviarys. They really needed this win to just show their dominance. So yeah, it's gonna go for another Overheat most likely. As smart play by the Zards, keeping their Magnezone alive for another turn. Wonder who he'll go into. Wow, I would have never seen Mamoswine coming. So Mamoswine might have the Ice Shard to show something. Dragonite comes in. Let's see that Ice Shard action or Icicle Crash. Probably, I don't know. This Dragonite might get greedy go for a Dragon Dance for no apparent reason. Yeah, let's see what this Mamo wants to do. Oh, Extreme Speed. Bye-bye. And that is it in game. Close match. That was a really close match. If you want to go to Flash Cannon to predict that Crocodile, just so Joey gets the higher score. But it be over. Crit mattered. Just kidding. So, close match. The Braviarys only had 3 full mons left. Well, only 3. So, this was a 45 turn battle. The Zards showed that they're better than the Wailords this battle, because the Wailords just got obliterated by the Braviarys, or will be soon. I don't remember, it's been a while. And on that note, I'm gonna end the video here. So see you guys next time. Make sure you guys stay fly.